The station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
It is absolutely unprecedented. There is no comparison.
Now at 10 on DC News Now, air quality in the DMV at historic lows. We have team coverage tonight as a haze sits over our area.
And weather-wise, we had some of the worst air quality in the world early this morning. We'll check out your current forecast and how and when will things get better. I'll have all that coming up.
Nothing I can do to help myself.
Well, frustrations in the district as residents say shootings are now normal. We're live with the deadly violence in Shaw today in broad daylight.
And an unusual sight spotted multiple times in Prince George's County.
That was the wildest thing ever. Honestly, did not even know we had bears in the neighborhood.
Why experts believe multiple sightings are actually the same bear, plus why it's roaming around the county. Good evening and thank you so much for joining us tonight for DC News Now at 10 on DCW 50. I'm Tasmin Mahfouz.
Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Flanagan. Another bad night to be outside. Wildfire smoke covering our skies. So let's get right to your forecast with Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb.
Yeah, so we have some live pictures tonight of Capitol Hill and Northern Virginia, and the haze still sticking around, at least for tonight. Hey there, Janessa.
Yeah, you can see from these different boxes that we have of Roslyn, the capital, the haze is very prevalent. And then this look out towards Hagerstown right now, look how clear it is starting to get here. Many areas now in the DMV are under a code orange. That is significantly better compared to what we saw early this morning. We had some areas touch really particles above 300, and that is some of the worst that you can get. And so really things are starting to slightly get better. I do see one more plume of smoke that we're going to be dealing with overnight tonight around 3 a.m. It will hover across the DMV and then kind of stick around once again for your early morning commute. So a similar situation is going to unfold of what we saw this morning into tomorrow. The difference is tomorrow afternoon, things look dramatically better. Here's that low pressure. That's what's been steering all the smoke that we've been seeing, but now it's just outside of New York City. And so really that is beneficial where they're dealing with some rainfall currently across that area. Still in that code red across areas of the DMV. That is going to kind of pull out, and this should be kind of an ebb and flow by tomorrow where we're hovering between code orange, code red before things really start to clear out. Hey, this is the forecast that I'm going to show you. When will we see full-time relief? I have that coming up.
All right, Janessa, thanks. Meanwhile, we have more team coverage tonight with more insight on how people are responding to the air quality and also mitigating its effects.
Yeah, our Daniel Hamburg has been talking to people all across the DMV today about how they've been handling it all.
Yeah, Northern Virginia reporter Max Marcilla talking to us tonight about how restaurants have changed things up or not to help out customers. But first, let's get over to Daniel Hamburg, live tonight at the Georgetown waterfront.
Yeah, Daniel, so we have a live shot up right now of the haze over the district as well, and you saw a lot more people wearing masks outside today.
This meaning, Chris, a lot more people wearing masks indeed, including myself, to keep all of those particles out of our bodies. Although I will say there were a decent amount of people just lounging around enjoying the warm weather. The air quality today was noticeably worse, reaching very unhealthy levels.
My initial reaction is it smells like burnt plastic, so very hazy skies, a little bit hard to breathe. It forced the National Zoo to close, with several animals moved inside and monitored.
We're sad because it's my birthday and I always go to the zoo on my birthday.
A little bit disappointing, but I mean, I understand why they have to do that.
On Metro, WMATA tweeted this photo of haze in the Foggy Bottom station because it's an open air system, though it said trains and buses have filtration to remove pollutants. At Reagan National Airport, a few delays for flights headed to New York, but most flights were on time.
I can't really see what's beyond those planes, so I'm hoping that the planes can see everything and it doesn't impact travel too much.
Mayor Muriel Bowser with this important message.
If you don't have to be outside, then don't be outside.
Normally I try to take an exercise walk in the middle of the day, but I did not want to do that today.
If you do need to be outside, to wear a mask and to limit your exposure.
Lots of masks. It's like a throwback to 2 years ago.
Not me. I didn't even wear a mask through COVID. I ain't worried about it.
The day started with very unhealthy air quality and ended still unhealthy.
I think as the day goes on and the wind picks up, it seems to clear out a little bit. Hasn't stopped us from doing our normal walks, hasn't really stopped me from coming out and enjoying the park.
So it is a clear difference from what it was looking like this morning in terms of the haze over the district. Until right now, it's a lot less, but we are still in code red. That means unhealthy, not the bad code purple that we saw a little earlier today, but you still got to be careful outside. We're live in the Georgetown waterfront. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
All right, Daniel, thanks. Meanwhile, taking a trip across Potomac in Alexandria, what would be a busy summer-like night of dining out and enjoying Old Town has a bit of a different feel. Northern Virginia Bureau reporter Max Marcilla joining us from the waterfront as we take a live shot of the smoke over Roslyn, Virginia tonight.
Yeah, so Max, you've been out there all throughout the evening. What type of drop-off are you seeing in the number of people dining outside?
A bit of a drop-off throughout the night. Obviously tonight, as you can see, the night is almost over. It's still a work night and a school night for many. But, you know, out here today, there was still a good amount of people out here. A lot more did opt for inside dining as opposed to outdoor. We spoke with a waiter who said that some of the bigger effects of the smoke could have been around brunch time. But this evening, again, people still out here enjoying themselves despite a historically bad air quality day. Across the hazy Potomac River, where you can barely make out the MGM across the way, and under a sky masking airplanes taking off from nearby Reagan National, it was still a busy night in Old Town Alexandria, despite historically bad air quality.
We walked today to our car dealership, and we wore our masks.
In some ways, it looked like a blast from the not fondly remembered past.
Sort of COVID trauma brought back that PTSD from COVID, having to wear a mask again. We hadn't done that in a while.
Outdoor tables at restaurants not completely filled, though not completely empty. The air impacting other businesses as well.
I had to drive about 320 yards, lost the ball after about 260, right? I had to go search for this thing. Thankfully, it was in the fairway. Good news.
Luke Mahoney said his golfing experience was unlike his others.
A ton of people dropped off of the tee sheet today, which is very rare for a day. What is it, 80, 85 degrees today? Normally people would be out constantly, and they weren't.
Challenges for everyone, from businesses to commuters, and this middle school principal here with her class for a field trip.
We had a lot of parents kind of texting us from Boston because they were notified about the air quality, and we had to get masks for the students.
All right, back out here live in Old Town. I mean, you can see we referenced the MGM, how hard it was to see earlier. You can see over my left shoulder, it's getting a little more visible. You heard from Daniel. That is the case in the district as well. Make sure to keep up with Janessa Webb and our team of meteorologists as we try to navigate this crazy situation. As far as here in Alexandria, some events brought inside, not many canceled tonight. Again, this is just the impacts of historic record air quality that we're seeing out here. Reporting live in Old Town, I'm Max Marcilla, DC News Now. Back to you.
All right, Max, thank you. And developing tonight, a man is dead after a shooting along a busy street in Northwest DC. Police say they believe the victim was an innocent bystander killed after a fight broke out in the Shaw neighborhood. So this happened in the 1900 block of 7th Street Northwest. DC News Now reporter Mariel Carbone was there all day. She joins us now live from police headquarters. And Mariel, police do have a person of interest in custody, and they believe that person is a person who pulled the trigger.
Yeah, that's right, Thasmin. And police say that they were able to get that person of interest and recover a weapon so quickly because of the help of the public and witnesses. Now, all of this happened just after 1 p.m. on that very busy road just past Howard Theater. Unfortunately, people in the neighborhood say that this is all too common.
There's probably a shooting like every 3 weeks just in this neighborhood.
And these evidence markers and bullet holes are proof of the latest.
It's normalized now.
Annabelle Sophia lives in Shaw and says Thursday's shooting, which happened near 7th and T Streets Northwest, is the same area she got caught in a shootout in before.
I was like riding my bike as they started shooting, so I could have been right in the middle of it, and I pedaled my bike as fast as I could to my house. When I got in my house, my heart was racing.
According to police, a fight broke out between at least 3 men inside this deli and market. It moved outside where someone started shooting. A man believed to be an innocent bystander was hit and killed.
Simple physical disputes or verbal disputes leading to gunfire. It's just unacceptable.
Commander James Bottler says a person of interest is in custody and a weapon was recovered.
We have way too many people on our streets in the District of Columbia carrying illegal firearms.
MPD data shows 56 firearms were recovered last week alone. In 2022, more than 3,000 guns were taken off D.C. streets.
It could be anybody, but I just walk with God and pray that nothing happens.
Lowell Young, a lifelong Washingtonian, says he's fed up.
I be seeing what goes on around here, and nobody seems to care until somebody gets shot.
And that was our Mariel Carbone reporting. And also new tonight, former President Donald Trump says he's been indicted on charges of mishandling classified documents of his Florida estate. So this comes from a months-long investigation to whether Trump broke the law when he held on to hundreds of classified documents at his Palm Beach property. Now, this is the second time this year the former president has been indicted. Charges were announced against him earlier this year related to alleged hush money payments to adult film actress Stormy Daniels. Now, Trump says he's due in court Tuesday afternoon in Miami.
Also, a warning for anyone planning to take the bus tomorrow in Montgomery County. The Department of Transportation says there is a shortage of operators, so Flex and Extra will not be running all day tomorrow. All other routes are scheduled to run, and there will be free fares on all routes as long as the code red air quality alert is in effect.